Did you guys know that the number one way to make money on YouTube is to post Roblox videos? And not just Roblox videos, but reacting to Roblox videos. And a lot of times it's not an actual person reacting, it's an AI person reacting to the videos. And it's usually, or at least common, for the person making the reaction videos to just take someone else's content. And it's fucking Roblox, a children's game. Well, adults can play it too. But it doesn't contribute anything to society. It's just entertainment. And that kind of pisses me off because these guys make a fuck ton of money for posting to be frank, for posting mindless junk. Like, it's fine if you're entertained by it. Hopefully you don't get sucked into it for hours on end. It might be what highlights your day, and you're just trying to survive, working your ass off at an entry-level job. And that's fine, I'm not judging. But overall, it doesn't do much for society. I guess the same can be said about any entertainment industry job. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of YouTubers and people in the movie industry, as well as the TV show industry, that are telling stories that touch people's hearts and get people through their day feeling a little bit more recharged, or perhaps inspired. That's ultimately what I want, to inspire people. I have a lot of thoughts that I know everyone can relate to. I know people, they're aware of what's going on, and they have very good points. I can just picture so many late night bonfire chats, or out behind the bar having a cigarette, shooting the shit, talking about life, or when people are having a hard time and someone's just deeply listening to them, and part of what they're struggling with is a reflection of this deep sickness in our society. This sickness that takes a little bit of depth to really understand. I think it's really cool that right now there is a trend people who just post videos every day or every other day, talking in front of the camera about something that they are passionate about and have a little bit of understanding about, or a good understanding about, for about 10, 12 minutes, sometimes less, without a bunch of video effects, without editing even. There's a lot of full-time YouTubers that post these casual videos with minimal production value, who are getting a ton of views and making a decent amount of money. That gives me hope that could be me, because I feel like I'm just done with suffering, because I've worked my ass off. I know it may not have looked like it to many outsiders, because part of working hard for me is taking care of myself. And a lot of that times I'm taking care of myself when society is just not meeting all my needs. So that is very fucking difficult. And there's a lot of depression that comes up that I have to work on. A lot of anxieties and dysfunctions that have come from this. Limiting beliefs, low self-esteem. Like, that's all part of me working my ass off, not just the labor part. And also, I like to think things through, because the work that I do, I make sure it's done right the first time. I make sure it looks good. I make sure it's something I'm proud of. And that takes time. And it might not necessarily look like I'm hustling, especially if I'm depressed while making sure that thing looks really well, really good. So what I'm trying to say is, I've worked my ass off for years and years, and yet I'm 40 years old, living paycheck to paycheck, and I don't see things getting any better for me. Not in the industry I'm in. And yet I have all of these thoughts in my head that I can share. And I know they resonate with so many people. And the biggest motivator for me, or at least one of them, is wanting to help. I want to help humanity overcome this bullshit late stage capitalism. Are you living the dream? Like the American dream? I've heard that mentioned so many times growing up. Living the dream. And I would always cringe, because I was never living the dream. I would pretend I was, but I've always struggled with shit. Always. And even when I was doing well, the knowledge that there's such a vast inequality out here in this country, in the world, but I can't just not be aware of that. And so I'm actually wondering, are we even at a point where most people are still living the dream? Because if it's not the majority, then where's the justification in upholding this system and resisting positive change? And I think that's where we're at. And we've got to be clear on that. Be honest with ourselves. Sorry, I'm kind of launching into what was actually going to be my next video. Or one of them. But it's a preview then. A preview of what I'm going to be talking about. So stay tuned. Seriously, stay tuned. I have so much in my head that I need to share. I need to express it. And I have this belief that if you feel called to do something, if you have this need to create and get something out there, then there's somebody out there that needs to hear what you have to say or witness your art. So hopefully it'll be well received to at least the people that need to receive it. I know this is I'm kind of a unusual YouTuber, I think. Hey, I just referred to myself as a YouTuber. I'm getting the hang of this already. But anyway, I know I'm unusual what's the word? Not eccentric. I tried pausing it to think about the word, but my brain is fried. It's really late. It's like almost midnight. So I'm going to go with eccentric. I can be eccentric, but I'm authentic. And I'm not like bullshitting around. You're not going to see me sponsoring Nike or anything. Ugh. Nor will you see me getting like super fired up and saying we need to fucking overthrow these fascist fucks. Because I learned the hard way that rallying anger is not what we need. It's extremely tempting. It can feel impossible to avoid, but it's not what we need. We need to be seen and heard. We need ideas to be freely shared. We need transparency. We need coping skills. We need to collectively heal our hurt. Because god damn is there a lot of it. Anyway, thank you for listening to me talk about how I want to be a full-time YouTuber and how you won't regret it because it's going to be an interesting ride, I think. So stick around, and I hope you have a good day.